breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What's up?
Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
We got a couple people from Jersey. What's up, Doug? Got a couple from Okeechobee. What's up, Bobby? Got somebody from Bama. Well, what's cooking, Bama? All right, what's going on? Let's say hey to everybody. What's up, Katie? I got your picture I'm going to share. You and Whitney. What's up there, Alexis? How's it going? What's up, Doug? Hey, Eric, David, over on YouTube. Anybody over there? Rob Williams? Bob Dylan, that'd be a good song. What's up, James? Softball. I'll do the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Rocket ship. All right. Oof, I look a little red today. Softball weekend for me, camping. It was fun. What's up, Chris Self over there on YouTube? Puppy snores. I know. Which puppy should we see first? The first one that types the puppy name, we'll do it. They're both on my lap this morning. They were both jealous. What's up, Harold from Idaho? What's up, Larry Reed? We got our regulars in here. What's up, Lynn? Well, we got some weather to talk about. We had a rough night across Mississippi. Hey, what's up, Bill? Nashville rain. What's up, Mark? Hey, Katie. Yep. What's up, James? We got your picture too, James. I'm going to share with the Furman generator. What's up, Tammy? All right. Well, hope everybody had a great weekend. It was nice down here in Florida. We got high pressure locked in. Oh, Shelly, you win. Oh, Shelly wins. Well, no, that's not fair. Shelly, no, we got Louis, Hunter, Louis. Shelly, I'd be like picking you because you're Shelly. I have to go with the next one, so we'll go with Hunter. So there's Hunter. Yeah. So big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. I definitely will be going back there to restock after camping all weekend. Hey, David. Yeah, listen, I had my Zoom meeting with this Carolina Storm Spotters. I was mobile. We had a good 30, 45-minute chit-chat about working together when we do some storm chasing. So that was fun, David. Nice to meet you guys, man. Up there in Carolina. This is Hunter, by the way. Hurricane Hunter. There's Louie. So let me tell you what we did this weekend real quick. So, like I said, Friday we were down at Clearwater Beach at the Clearwater Social. Great place. Met a few fans. They had a big storm promotion going on. So if you're ever in Clearwater Beach, check them out. They're right there in the strip overlooking the beach. Awesome picture of Louie. We had a great time. That was Friday night, so appreciate the hospitality by Clearwater Social. There's our buddy James. Another shout out over the weekend. James posted this on our page. James got a Furman generator. Furman, one of our big supporters here on the page. Furman helps support us, and storm chasing and all that good stuff. Furman generators are our official generator of Mike's weather page, and there's our buddy James sporting his new one with the donkey, with a sticker, with a 4-pack of beer, and a generator and a shirt. That is like a true fan right there. Hey, Doug, we walked right by it, man. I know that's exactly where we were at. So thanks, James, for that. A couple more things. So our chat frequenters met up over the weekend. So where's Whitney? If you ever wonder what Whitney and Katie Haley, they met in New Orleans. They went to a World War II museum, sporting the beer, and good to see you guys meeting. So Mike's Weather Page fans, we're a special family. We're more than weather. You can get your weather anywhere. Where else can you drink beer and talk weather, right? So that was cool. And there you go. And we're going to start a new thing called Ask Me a Question. We only have one question right now. Ginger Bruton on our supporter page. Once the season gets going, we'll definitely get a lot more questions. Her question was, can I go over how to use the website? That's the number one question I think I get. So we're going to try to do like a special video, maybe like once we have a tropical system and I have all the tropical maps, then we'll do a more in-depth video on the tropics. I'll do a little bit today though, but there's the page. So here we got a little bit of weather to talk about. So hey, Craig over there, what's up? Brandon's on there. Brandon just sent me a message. I'll take it out, Brandon. Yeah, I think he just messaged me. Hey, Scott, what's up there? Peach V, how you doing? Melissa loves our family. We love you too. What's up, Craig? You got a Frenchie fan. So these little guys are pooped out. It was 94 degrees in Bartow, and they were wore out. So we're gonna talk weather in 2 minutes, I promise. Real quick, hey to Louie real quick, and then we're gonna show what's going on. Tupelo, Mississippi, by the way, last night had a tornado. The news is coming out there. There is damage. Haven't heard of any injuries or fatalities, luckily yet. Hopefully nothing happened. But it was a pretty strong storm around 11 o'clock local time last night. And that was the talk of the town. They had a tornado emergency. So when they have a tornado emergency, that means it's a tornado on the ground and a significant tornado. And a lot of people woke up to, phones going off, weather radios last night. So I'm sure it was pretty scary in Mississippi. So, sucks. I know May 1st is here, tornado season. But yeah, David, Eric, pictures are sad. Yeah, so we'll follow up on that for sure. But anyway, what do you think, Louie? Louie's getting his moment. All right. So a couple things. Let's talk real quick about what's going on. So here's the graphic I posted. So if you haven't figured it out, I usually wake up and really get hammered. I don't get hammered. I start hammering out graphics in the morning. Hard, like 5:30 I wake up, and I really get going, man, from about 5:30 to 9. I really put out a lot of information on weather. Then we do our live, so that's kind of my peak time. If I had a graph, I usually don't post before 7 because most people don't see it, so I usually wait until 7 to really start pumping graphics and talk about the weather coming up. So Anna, it was around Tupelo. All right, Louie, what do you think? You're a stud. So here's the weather coming up for the next 2 days. Significant weather coming up the next 2 days. Unfortunately, we have 2 areas today. We got one stretching over into Carolinas and down in the tip of Florida there today. And more middle U.S. today. Pretty big chunk of U.S. And they're talking about damaging wind, hail, tornadoes, all possible. So that's just something we got to watch. We'll show future radar here in a little bit. I'm gonna put you down because you're getting way too much TV time, buddy. When Frenchie's ears are back, it's kind of like their tails are wagging. That means they're happy. You boy. Oh, all right. So that's what we got today. Now tomorrow, I know we have more fans. So this is significant, for our guys in the, we got a lot of East Coast fans. So that's today. We got to really watch these squall lines rolling through today. Daytime heating later tonight. So we could get some Carolina storm spotter action later today. Be ready, David. And then tomorrow, this is back in the same spot, unfortunately. So there's tomorrow. So we got 2 days to worry about. Just not really any dip and lows. Just the Jets kind of down, and we got some persistent action coming up to worry about. So we'll just see what it does. You just got to be alert. That's what we got to do. I can't pinpoint who's going to get what, but this is the general area. And then, of course, the day 3 coming up on Wednesday, it stretches back over more to the East Coast. So we do have a little weak line coming down, a frontal line. Let's see if I can draw a front. There it goes. Like that. It looks like a dinosaur. Look. See? This is Wednesday, by the way. So there we go. A little dinosaur. Let's see if I can draw a dinosaur. Let's see. There's his head. There's his little feet. There we go. So there's our front. We'll name him front. We'll name him, what's a cool name for front? I don't know. So yeah, Shelly brings up a good point. All right, so we got hurricane season coming. I got a couple things to talk about with hurricanes, or not, but spots, definitely not spots to watch, but spots that are indicating that, hey, the season's waking up. So stay tuned for that. Crayon time's coming, Loretta, yes. All right, so there you go. 3 days of storms to watch. Let's do future radar. I haven't even looked at that yet. I want to pull up. Let's pull up future radar. I don't know if 12Z is running yet or not. 12Z, because of our time change, is not loaded. I need to change the time to our show now so we can get all. Well, we got 25 hours. That's enough. All right, so here we go. Here's today. Just everything in a nutshell. Just kind of happening here. Just kind of going on. Storms brewing. Here's later today, this afternoon, 1 o'clock. Storm's starting to brew here. Heading that way, northeastward. So that's why we got a weather watch today. Here's 5 o'clock tonight. So all this stuff's kind of pushing northeastward. A little bit more action up north here, Indiana, Illinois area, even up into maybe Minnesota, Wisconsin a little bit, and probably more Minnesota. But anyway, here we go. And then look, the next round starts to brew overnight. This is 10 o'clock tonight. This starts to come over tomorrow, a little more significant tomorrow. It's 3 a.m., so we got to watch. And a little bit of low pressure right here. You see that little spinner? See that little setup right there, kind of spinning a little bit? So that's what's happening. And tomorrow we got to worry about right here. So there's your double lines. This is what we got coming. Boom, boom, boom. Florida stays dry. Florida's dry because we have a high pressure still locked in over. This is a great map to show that. High pressure. Boom, look at that. Big old high, Bermuda high, big old high pressure blocking everything. So that's why we have dry air for at least another week. So anyway, people coming back to hurricane. That's what we do. People take up. Hey, Valerie Bauer, how you doing? Millie, what's up? Frontalsaurus. So anyway, that's it. High pressure, and I showed this earlier too. The next chance of rain, it looks like Wednesday. Here's the interesting little map. This flood potential tomorrow. Guess what? More saturated rains. Ground's already covered. So rain potential tomorrow. We got a lot of folks up in Upper Gulf that watch us. So it could be rainy, floody day tomorrow. The 5-day rain map kind of shows it right here. Boom, look at that. 5-day. 5-day rains. This is all the way through Saturday morning. So West Coast Florida pretty much dry. So we do have a front coming, but the question is how much rain. It does not look like a lot. Here we go. Here's the graphic I put up earlier on that. Front sneaking into Florida. This is Thursday. So there is a chance that we could see more rain here. Definitely Panhandle on Wednesday. Wednesday, Panhandle rains. Thursday, it trickles down. And it's not a cool front. Temperatures are going to drop 1 degree. That's about it. So it's not a cold front. No, not a cold front. In fact, we can take a look at that. So let's take a look at the rains real quick, and then we'll venture into tropics. All right, so here's when. This is Tuesday. See, this is tomorrow. Stormy weather, lots of rain out ahead of it. And then this front slowly starts to move in. Here's Wednesday. So Wednesday, the rains make it to the upper panhandle Wednesday and upper Gulf, a little bit leftovers. And here's your rain on Wednesday. Then that front tries to make its way down Thursday, right here. So could get some rain, but then it kind of fizzles out on Friday. So the question is going to be, South Florida, how much you're going to get? And that's going to be, the $1 million question. So we'll see how that goes. 1 week today, Carol, heading out to Key West. Well, so far, day 8 looks great. We can look at some longer range stuff here. Since we had a specific question, let's just simply look at any weather patterns coming. We'll go to tropical tidbits and look at next week. I think the week in front, there was one coming I saw. But see, it flattens out. So this is next Monday. So this next kind of front kind of flattens out. High pressure block still. So I don't know. I think the Keys look good. This is the week from Monday. I mean, this is one model. There's a bazillion models, obviously, but I've been watching the weather pattern. It's pretty consistent. Even CMC is a little higher. So I don't know. It looks good so far. It looks really good. Bad for Florida rains, but good for Key West. Really, no big weather patterns coming in yet. So our typical rainy season in Florida isn't from fronts. The fronts. Holy cow, what is that? Somebody just typed a big old thing on YouTube. So usually so the reason it's so dry in the south and the east, these fronts start to come down. High pressure is so strong over the Atlantic. We're starting to get dry air, and these fronts just fizzle out, and they lose a lot of that moisture. That's why we have a dry line, hot-cold clash that makes the tornado season so strong in the upper Gulf region, Dixie Alley, is because we have a high pressure, brings in dry line, hot weather, instability, with a front coming down. So that's what mixture, but it also keeps things dry in Florida. We really don't have the sea breeze yet effect with afternoon thunderstorms. So the afternoon thunderstorms in Florida, typically the end of May, it's like a light switch goes off. We start to see the big cumulus clouds in the middle of the state, a little bit of lightning. And usually my old dad always used to say June first week of June. Well, I was playing more like end of May. We start to see storms popping up regularly. So people always ask me, when's it going to start raining in Florida again? So, all right, tropics. So I don't lose everybody. So here's a tropic map. This map starts to get updated May 15th. If you have not heard. We're going to get these daily outlooks May 15th, 515. Boom. Not June 1st. June 1st still official season, but they can't officially change the date until it gets voted on. So we're going to be getting NHC updates in less than 12 days. NHC. And these come out at 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. AM, PM. So that's coming. If you heard the seasons change, it really didn't change. It's just the NHC is going to start doing these daily forecasts a little earlier. And May has produced a lot of systems in the last few years. Not early May, late May. Cinco de Mayo. Oh my God, that's going to be Wednesday. We should be drinking. May 5th. We can drink Corona, Land Shark, Tequila. Hey, John Carson, there you go. All right, so yeah, you guys are going to get some action. Hey, what's up, Whitney? I showed your picture early, Whitney. You missed it. You're Facebook famous. 2 million people saw your mug. You and Katie. All right, so here's tropics. I want to show you this little graphic. This is interesting. So I've been seeing a lot of discussion. This is Africa way over here. Matter of fact, I got an Africa map. Here's an Africa map. Let's make sure it updates. This is from Weather Underground. They have a great satellite. May 3rd. Yep, there you go. So Africa. So typically, here's the Cape Verde Islands. The ITCT line a little lower. So low, but Africa's been really juicy. A lot of the long-range models are indicating that there's going to be an above average rainy season, which means they spit out tropical waves. So you get tropical waves, you got a chance for tropics. And what's interesting, I've been finally decided to post it because this model here really shows it. You can really see the infrared satellite coming in now. Don't be worried. It doesn't mean we're getting anything. Doesn't mean anything. It just means that the tropics are waking up. We usually don't get any Cape Verde systems in July or June. So we get a ton of shear upper level winds. You get a lot of dry air, sow, and the water temps are burr. So 3 things are against this from developing. So that, they call it tropical graveyard or something like that. But so don't worry. I didn't, I put on there, don't worry. But it is interesting because we got tropicals. And we got this little guy. This is one of my favorite maps right here. This little guy. Cool little system there. That's a, just this one of the bazillion models that I got on here. Hey, what's up, Peach V? Yeah, Sal's hard to predict. It comes in waves, There's some really good future Sal maps that I got to relearn where they're at, actually. And they just pop off like waves. So it's the timing of these Sal outbreaks that you get. So you get Sal, Storm, Sal. So as long as the storms are sandwiched in between 2 Sal outbreaks, there's a chance it could develop. But anyway, here's one model map just showing, just that same area doesn't mean anything. We're not going to get anything out of it. No worries. Again, it's just kind of neat to see that we're already getting, here's, Euro showing it up a little bit. Nothing to worry about, but just, Tropics waking up a little bit. Right here, a little spot way south of the island. So typically 10-degree line is about it. Here's your 10-degree line. Typically you want everything above that. So sometimes they pop off at 10 degrees. But anything down low is, for even the middle of the season, this usually shifts up. But anyway, there's that. Now, the other area that we could get something, I don't really talk a lot about the Pacific. Doesn't really mean anything. But talked about this a lot last week. The early models are definitely predicting that we could have our first Pacific system soon. Not going to affect any land. They typically don't. So if you're into tracking Pacific storms, there is a chance of that. Couple other models. Let's look for the Sal. Where the hell is the Sal? It's here. Let's go back before I forget. I can't remember what the hell. Oh, there it is. There's the NASA dust. So here's should be tropical Atlantic. There it is, tropical Atlantic. All right. So here's one Sal map that we use in the season. This is just a predictor of the Sal. And you can see it's kind of in check right now. Normally we get these big, kind of looks like the SpaceX. We get these big plumes of smoke and Africa dust. And they come over here. So, but we use this model a lot. This is about 80 hours, and there's really nothing showing. We can also look at another one here. We got let's see this one. That's kind of the same thing. This is on myfoxhurricane.com. They got a great site. Things are kind of in check. So, but too early in the season to worry about that. Dust in the wind. So there's that. Let's see what else we got. Cool, we can show. So there's those 2 maps. The Pacific's, fired up. Early season shear is just incredibly strong. This time of year, and we can look at Levi's site here and get an idea. So there you go. Red is bad. Hurricanes hate red shear. Now what's funny though is this is below that, but shear outlook, just tremendous amount of shear. This is through the week. This is Saturday. So let's say this little guy did form into something. It's running into a huge roadblock of upper level winds. And it isn't unheard of to get a system actually bounce into Trinidad and that area. So, yeah, we'll watch it. I always watch it. Think you see a Celeste. Like, where is Trinidad? See, we learned where Trinidad was last year because I didn't know we had fans down there. So, it's far south. Right there. We learned this last year together. We're like, we have fans in Trinidad. So, there's Cape Verde Island. So, typically, 10-degree line, they do this, like that. We know that. So, these low riders sometimes bring tropical juice to Aruba and these areas. So we'll watch it. You never know. Could bring some rain. No tropics to worry about. All right, what else we got to talk about? I don't know. So there's that. We got some more radar coming. Let's look at significant storm stuff. Let's look at supercell. Definitely expecting to get another round of storms. Anything bright colors is potential for storms. So here's later today, more outbreaks today. But the big question is going to be tomorrow. And this is only going to 10 a.m. But tomorrow, tonight, this stuff starts to brew tonight and heads in towards, this is tomorrow's map. But it actually begins tonight here. So, we could have more storms. All this mess here kind of makes its way to Louisiana tonight. So 2 days to worry about. So anyway, what's up, Celeste Balzer? How's it going? Good morning. Who said they work with a dude named Hurricanes on the Outer Banks? Like Steven? Well, I don't have a prediction. It's hard to predict. One interesting. Let's go back to that map again because it was pretty neat how I did that. I can use that as my map. Uh-oh, I clicked on Spain. All right, here's that's what all right. So let's just say some of the chatter that I saw was this. So typically the ITCZ line is your line of convergence between the north and south. So typically the line is, something around here. And this is where all your storms form typically. And then they break off and either, unfortunately go there. A lot of them do that. So the chatter I saw this year was maybe this ITCZ line might be a little lower. And we're seeing that with these Africa rains now. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But one theory I saw, and it makes a lot of sense, is if this line is lower. So let's say all these storms do this, like this. Well, if this is lower, then, you got more of a chance for impact. Unfortunately, everywhere down here because the line's coming in lower before that turn. So that's kind of the theory is that if the Bermuda high gets stronger, if we have a strong Bermuda high blocking high like that, then storms really, have a harder time escaping out to sea, especially if this high is stronger, pushes down our, main development region to a little bit lower, and that enables more of a pattern. That's just a theory and walk. It's a theory. So, nobody knows. But the reality is the water anomalies. I mean, I looked at this map today. Main development region is cooling down. A couple years ago, this was cold and the news picked up on it and everybody was talking about it. I think it was the year of Florence. They're like, the season's going to be a bust because the waters are cold. Well, it didn't take very long for the water to heat back up. So they look at more things like monthly and weekly averages and they do those snapshots. So water temps and a neutral Enzo pattern. So Brantley. So it's all speculation. But hey, listen, I didn't want to share this. I don't know if I can find it or not, but Shelly shared to me a year ago See if I can find it before she does. Oh, here it is. I beat you, Shelly. So here we go. So this was a year ago, May 1st, 2010. Or, no, 19. Hell, it wasn't even 2020. So that was 2019. Shelly was stalking our page. She's always been a fan. I lost the chat. Hang on, I gotta bring the chat back up. So a year ago, I gotta pull up the site now. I gotta play my show while we're doing this, so that. Anyway, 2019 May 1st, we had a system out there with 20% chance. So it's very possible. So we're in. Oh, look at this. We had one. Oh no, it's 2019. I like going back and looking at what we all chatted about back in the day. So anyway, it's not on there's Shelly's page. I just put you on the spotlight. So hey, it's not unheard of. We could see something in May, but right now, nothing. Just getting to that point where you need to start thinking about things. So I got a couple good links here if you're into planning. Very important stuff. Hurricane Plan and Prepare right here. Plan and Prepare. The NHC and National Weather Service has some good graphics on what to do if you want to prepare. Great links here on a hurricane kit and prepare. So there you go. National Preparedness Week, May 9th through 15th. Coming up. They're going to be all over social media. They're going to have themes like determine your risk. Right? You're going to know where you live, what kind of possibilities you can have, and what's so. So anyway. All right. Anything else? So Jason's offshore Gulf of Mexico. Wow. I bet it gets pretty scary out there, huh, Jason? Sometimes. There's parts in the Gulf of Mexico that I've seen pictures that looks like freaking ice. Like you just can't imagine sometimes how calm the Gulf could be. I got some good wave maps on here too. Right here. So 5 to 10 foot right now. Not very calm, but. Alright, anything else? Let's see. I'll just relax for a minute and drink coffee and see what you guys are saying. But that's it. Enzo pattern, Mike. Hey, good question, James. Right now, they're definitely. We haven't had an update in a week or so, but they're talking about a neutral to La Nina. Slight chance of La Nina. No El Nino. This latest one was just put out May 3rd. Oh, ooh. We might have a new guy. Oh, yeah. I heard it was like anyway. All right. So here it is. This one supposedly might have just been published. Let's see if they got a new chart. I like all these things. It just analyzes current weather patterns and trends. Here's the latest. This one was posted April 8th. So they'll have a new one coming out. But it's not going to change huge. But anyway, neutral is gray. So, August, September, this is the normal probability, 50%. Blue is La Nina. So you can see the chances of La Nina are expected to increase. We're supposed to be at a lull here April, May. This is April, May. So, and in red is very low. This is El Nino. So red is El Nino. So the chances are slowly increasing, that we'll be going into a September-October La Nina pattern. And as we saw last year, we had, Ada was in November, and we had pretty busy October. All right. So, Donald, they're predicting an above-average season. Florida, you don't ever say they're due because, you just never know. But Florida does stick out like a sore thumb. And I would always be prepared. Always. Hey, Christy Byers. Good to see y'all. Appreciate being a Facebook supporter. I do. It's the easiest way to support our page. $4.99 a month. And it's like going into your favorite restaurant and tipping, and then you got a whole month of no tipping the rest of the month. So if you think that 8,000 posts a month from me and going live for 24,000 hours a month is worth $5 and sign up. Plus you get perks. Good perks. Ruth, correct. La Nina and hurricanes. I know I showed a lot, but it's worth showing. It's just basically, and let's go back to this NASA map. Julie just texted me. Let me show you. This is so funny. All right, look at that. Eat pulled pork today. Whoops, what was that? Black screen. Because that means we have leftovers and she doesn't want to throw them out. So my wife's telling me what I got to eat for lunch. That wasn't the map I wanted. But yeah, what's cool about this map is this, though. You can take a look at our Gulf Stream. So the Gulf's still kind of chilly, but look at the Gulf Stream. It pumps up here. We already had that one loop eddy right here. Remember? Here's that other loop eddy. That was one we saw a long time ago. They spin around circles. But that's a neat map. All right, the one I wanted to show, since we're talking about La Nina, then we'll show you another graphic. This one. So La Nina and hurricanes. Here it is. This one's got both on there. I like this one. This one probably needs to be added to the site. I'm going to add this graphic to the site. I love this graphic. I love it. Just like I love drinking Jack Daniels. So here's the map we got now, right? Just a simple anomaly map. Doesn't mean everything, but it does show you this, that the Pacific waters are cooler. Blue means cooler than average, and the Atlantic waters are warmer than average. So when we have a La Nina pattern, which is down here, La Nina, cooler and drier, creates less shear, less trade winds, less vertical shear, and we have increased hurricane activity because the atmosphere is stable. So that's the number one predictor when they do these long-range seasonal outlooks. Is they look at the Pacific, believe it or not, and then that determines if the Atlantic could be busier or not. That's just one of the indicators. So, cheers, Louis. By the way, 2 years ago we've had this. So anyway, when we have El Nino, when it's warmer and wetter in Pacific, creates a lot more shear instability on our side and less hurricanes. Doesn't mean we can't get anything form here. Doesn't mean anything. It just means we might have a little less activity from the typical Cape Verde season. But we're not going to have this pattern pretty much. If we do have that pattern, science can just throw away the book and start over again, because everybody's predicting more of a neutral La Nina effect. So there's that. Anything else cooking? Eric, did you have a good time at the Rays game? Did you say you won again? They finally won again. What's up, Richard? Morning glories. How's it going? Late as always. Who was that? I don't know. All right. Anything else cooking? Whitney, you like that long range forecast, and you should follow Eric Burris. They got a long term map that's like months out that he's using, called the I can't remember the name of it. It's called the I don't even know. Let's see if we'll look him up. Eric Burris. He's an Orlando Met. he didn't even he was the one that didn't like us very much last year. God, BSR he calls it, the BSR model. Anybody else said that? But he's really big on this model he's calling the BSR. I think it's called the BSR. Let me look at it. Model. What if I could type BSR on Eric? Oh, Emily just messaged me. When you get the chance, I guarantee she wants her highlight reel. So Emily's like, can you make me a highlight reel? Yeah, Shelly, he did have an interesting live last year. David, brought to you by ABC. Yep, Furman. We got a lot of great supporters. I talk about them all, but we're going out in the field this year. That BS model, yeah, BSR. He was all over this pattern. I don't know. I gotta find it. I really find it interesting. He's using. I don't know how accurate it is, but anyway, it's enough of that. It's somewhere down there. But hey, he's a good dude, man. I don't knock anybody. The game was fun, David. No, it wasn't fun. They lost. Hey, Michael McDonald, great question. Every prediction model that I've seen is above average. So doesn't mean it's gonna, doesn't mean it's gonna hit anybody. It just means that all the early season predictions showing an above average season. That's because of no El Nino, a little bit warmer water expected, a little bit wetter African main development region. Man, that's really it. You add those couple together, and everything else just falls into place. Well, darn. All right. Derek, you got to buy one of them, man. I am not a stoner, Susie. I just drink beer, that's all. Where can I find Total Rain? Hey, good question, Carla. Yeah, so definitely check out Furman. They're great people. Actually, they're flying in to hang out with me and Phil. Man, they're dedicated. They got unbelievable products, and everybody should have a generator. Remote. I don't even have a remote start. That would be so cool to have a remote start. Just. All right, so rain. I got a cool rain map here. Whoever asked, I forgot your name already. I'm a terrible name person, but we go down here, right here. All right, so down here, so you got a little rain map. It's kind of hard to see. This is yesterday's rain. This is weekly rain. Right here, NOAA rainfall totals. Real simple, right there. NOAA rainfall totals. Click on that, and you can set anything you want. You can. Now you have to play around with the base map because it's kind of hard to see your cities. So what I do is zoom in like that. And you can kind of read a little bit. But you can change the overlay a little bit. See the overlay? Now look, you can look at the whole year, man. Look at that. Last 365 days. Now watch it pop up. It might take a while to load. Boom. Look at that. So last year, here's the rains popping up. But it takes a lot of time because it's the last year, their servers are probably like, what assholes freaking looking at that. But anyway, there you go. There's last year's rains. Now look at that. You can see the whole upper Gulf, man. I don't even know if they have a bar for that, do they? Yeah, look at that. So anything pink is 80 inches of rain. Purple, not 80 to 100. 100 inches of rain in a year. So anyway, that's a cool graph if you want to play with it. And I think you can compare it to other years. You can do custom. Look, see here. Same. There's a lot of stuff on here. Departure from normal, percentage of normal, blah 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 blah. So there's everything you need to know. All right, what else we got? Christy, how's it going? Oh, good question. I do not believe it affects afternoon storms. No. It pretty much affects the trade winds and the shear down in the Caribbean. And I have this vertical shear map here, right here. Typically, so here's your Caribbean shear currently through May. Look how low it is right now. It doesn't mean anything, but that's your mean. And we've had spikes, but overall you can get the idea that the vertical shear vertical shear is a little less than average. So that's one of the reasons El Nino or La Nina, there's your whole tropical Atlantic, a little bit below normal. Not, it pegged a little bit here, but this is when we start to see this is when we see, this is why we have tropical look at this. July, August, September, October. Your shear is way down. That's why it enables storms to develop. Shear rips apart the upper part of thunderstorms, and we show that all the time. Oh, I'm not even streaming right now. What happened? We just had an internet glitch. I'm back. That was weird. Oh, I'm red again. Not good. Now I'm back. I'm looking at my light. Now I'm green. We just had an internet hiccup. Darcy, so all right, so typically, all right, this is a very important graphic I need to show. Let me close some things down. Somebody asked about South Florida. Listen, totally, I don't agree with any sort of predicting any spot over another when it comes to storms. Sandy, all the way to New Jersey, New York. It only takes one to make a season. So I know that's really cheesy saying that, but here's your typical hurricanes since 110 years. This is only 2010, but brighter colors are spots that have gotten more storms, obviously, than not. And South Florida sticks out like a sore thumb. And this is only to 2010, but also here, because storms typically, they do this. They don't make hard. Whoa, what was that? How do you do that? Jeez, where did that come from? What the hell's going on here? I just made my Windows bar bigger. How did that happen? I've never done that before. Get down there, you crazy Windows thing. So you just see the overall weather pattern. I mean, everything, typically it's just this, they all turn eventually, except for Harvey. It just sat there. That's why we get this little pocket here and pocket here, because usually they don't come up here, which is really weird. You would think they would. But typically on the east coast of Florida, like Dorian and Matthew, they miss this area because they start that slow turn. They get influenced by a low, high pressure. They come around and spin around, and then they usually do that. So that's why, this South Carolina, North Carolina is a little more prone in South Florida, because you get these storms coming across. So there's no really, Charlie was coming up to Tampa and last minute made a little turn. They all eventually turn. This little area, I'm surprised if you think about it. Why don't they have as many? You would think they would have equal amount here. Well, you know why? Because this part of the season is not as this part of the season is not as active as this part of the season. So your main season are more Cape Verde style systems or waves that come across. So that's why you have these systems that come across like that. Those are a lot more frequent than end of the season low pressures down here that form. So the color doesn't mean anything. It's just the frequency of storms. Red is 26 to 32. So the hot spot, South Florida, in the last 110 years up to 2010, definitely there's your hot spots. And it makes sense, right? So if you wanted to just be it safe and say the hot spots are going to be, you just circle history and say, well, then you'll come out at the end of the season and say, I told you. Yeah, the live feed was down for a second. Now it's back. It was an internet glitch. But good stuff. Good questions. I like questions. All right. You know why the internet? You know why the internet feed was frozen? Because look. Because you know what storms we have this year? So our internet feed, ironically, during 2 storms, we're going to have internet problems during Anna and Elsa. So every time that we get Anna, we're going to say, the internet's frozen. And Elsa. So anyway, all right. See you, Whitney. So yeah, make sure you pick up your Mike's Weather Page shirt this year too, by the way. We got Drunk Donkey Nation, plus a lot of other fun stuff. People ask me all the time, where do I get a shirt? Where do I get a shirt? Right here, Mike's store. And you click on the little donkey guy up there too. So the new shirt's out. And Eric, I don't think he's in the chat right now. Gene, I think the same amount of Gulf storms, because typically it depends. Gulf storms start later this season. They come up from tropical low pressure areas down in the South Caribbean or even the Bay of Campeche. So that's a Gulf storm. But yes, I would think, to your point, the Gulf systems or East Coast systems seem more prominent during La Nina years because we have more of a chance of these Cape Verde systems developing and coming close to a landfall. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you have more activity in the main development region, you're going to get more activity making landfalls. So yes, so that just makes sense. And so I would say, yeah, that's a great point. The eastern seaboard is more prone to hurricane activity during a La Nina style setup because we're going to have more storms possibly in the Atlantic. So yeah, good point. Bay of Campeche. Cool. Well, that's neat, Jamelia. Appreciate that. Jason Tarbox, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Yeah. So if it wasn't for copyright, when we have Anna, we could play "Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go." Darcy about the dust. Okay, so I want to get back to that. I'm glad you said that. Darcy asked Darcy if you're still there. I think it's Darcy, Darcy. You guys know. So typical season stuff, we rarely ever get anything early season from Africa. So the dust really is immaterial. We get a lot of dust anyway, but the waters are cool, a lot of shear. So looking back here, this is May 11th through May 20th in the history of tropics. This is only the 2015, but still 150 years of tropics. Look at that, nothing. So the dust didn't affect anything. So the early season dust doesn't really take effect until maybe July. You know, here's one little storm in the end of June. So June too. Look at this. I mean, this is June. Look at this. So June 1st to June 10th, nothing. Everything in June hovered here and here. June 11th through 20th, one little weirdo down here. That didn't really mean nothing. Who knows what that was? And look at June 21st through 30th. Same thing. One little guy. Hey, little guy. And that look, and it was a lowrider. Kind of like we talked about with this wave we're looking at now. So that's interesting. June 21st. So this is 2015 still, but June 21st, this is the farthest east the system was, June 21st to the 30th. So pretty neat, right? So who do y'all think's prettier, Elsa or Anna? That was Sarah was talking about it the other day. She said, yes, it was weird. I probably should have shared it. It was just so confusing to see a tropical system, subtropical actually they call it, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just that there was a system way down in Brazil. They have their own meteorological society. They don't have National Weather Service. I saw the headline earliest. Well, not earliest, but we've had storms in January. But rare early system in the Atlantic, and it's deceiving because it was South Atlantic. So anyway, everybody loves us. All right, well, we're good to go. We've been here 1 hour. So listen, we do this every day, Monday through Friday. We'll do it at night when there's a storm. Weekends are hit or miss. I hate to be that 9 to 5 guy, but trust me, I'm usually tracking 20 hours a day. Go for redheads, Christy. Yeah, Emily liked that because Emily's a redhead. But we're with you. We're ready for the season. The site's looking good. I got things pretty much clean. I think I'm going to add a La Nina graphic here, right here. I think I'm going to put it right here. Maybe. People are really interested in La Nina, so maybe I'll put the El Nino graphic right here. Yeah, and one more thing to talk about, New England. Listen, we talked about this last week, right? So New England area. So here's what we got cooking. So middle week, we're going to have a system come off here and potentially affect Nova Scotia, even Maine. We could have snow in the Northeast again. But watch what's going on with the GFS. The GFS is still very aggressive. Now here's Wednesday. Well, that's Friday now. But look what happens. It really goes fast. But look at that, 980. Now this is not tropical. The water is extremely cold up there. But depending on the track, I mean, if it's here, obviously a lot more effect for New England. But that's a really low pressure nearing Nova Scotia Friday and Saturday. We showed that a lot. GFS is a lot, a little bit more weaker coming in off of the coast. So it's just something to watch. But if the GFS is right and it's been very consistent, we could have some snow, pretty good significant snow coming in to parts of the Northeast. So this is something to watch if you live in that area. I know we have a lot of Nova Scotia fans, so that's something to look at. As a matter, I don't think it's definitely not tropical, so I'm not even going to show you that. But just something. Hey, there you go. Look at that. You're going to get big winds maybe up there in Nova Scotia. But let's say GFS right. It's going to be nothing crazy. But look at it. I mean, we got some significant winds rolling in. And it has a little more tighter isobar than 72. I mean, nothing like just. I'm sure you're used to it, but there's Halifax. But just see. Definitely could be some rain and stuff. I mean, it'll be some wide system, but just something to keep in the back of your mind. That's all. There's no official forecast because not all the models are jumping in on that yet. Here's another good graphic showing the dust. That's actually the sun, by the way. It's very deceiving. This is the sun right here. See the sun? That's the sun reflection on the Atlantic. It's being picked up by the satellite right there. So it's always deceiving. It looks like the south. So you got to get confirmation looking at other maps. Look at that. We're getting a little more color. BayNews9.com. Getting a little bit more tropical intensity indexes starting to pick up a little bit. So look at that. Just not too long ago it was all green. Now it's getting a little color. A little Jamie Johnson in color. Hey, man, the guy, good morning. We're about ready to lock off. That's right. Scary isobars. Let's see what the official forecast is midweek. So here's what we're watching. Let's go out a little bit. Let's see if we show it. Oh, look at that. No, that's Wednesday. That's the second one's coming right here. This little guy. So let's look at let's see what they show us. That's Thursday. There's a low. Friday, but they're not really showing it much. It could be they're tightening it up some. So you're going to get something Friday into Saturday. This is a question of how big it's going to be. All right. Well, that was about it. I'm going to stare at the screen for 2 minutes. We should have a final countdown. There you go. Let's do that. The final countdown. So, but now I got to move it. Oh, just when I found a spot that I like it, by the way. Oh, well, we'll move it today. We'll put it down here. We'll put it over here. That's all. I'll just make a new timer called the final countdown. That's what we need. Shelly, we came up with something new, Shelly. The final countdown. Cool. Well, thanks, Dale. I actually appreciate that. Shelly can help you with that. DRC. Hey, guess what? You get Facebook supporters get 20% off all merchandise. That's almost cost. And if we got any YouTube supporters out there, reach out to Shelly and she'll give you the discount code. Thank you, Chris Wells. Appreciate that, buddy. I'm ready for the season. We're good, man. We're going to be good. We'll be updating 24/7. It's going to be hot, Sandy Brown. Yes. Temperatures are scorching. They're already putting out warnings here in Florida about mid-90s today. So that is that's the news here. Look at that. Georgia? You got anybody down in Georgia? Look at that. Getting a little instability happening here. You better watch out. That was posted just a couple minutes ago. Upper Georgia. Chance for damaging wind and isolated tornadoes. Chris, yeah, I had the flag out this weekend, buddy. So that's now. I'm going to have to reshare that. Let me retweet it. Let me post it. So we'll continue to talk. Hurricane snacks. We should do a hurricane snack. Storms brewing in Georgia to watch. Real simple and sweet, So we will post that. Then I got to put it on Instagram. Texas. What kind of stuff for Texas? Well, you got normal stuff, today, tomorrow. I mean, things are quieting down for Texas as far as severe stuff. A little bit today. Hurricane-wise, hard to predict that. But Texas is not at least in severe outlook here for at least the next several days. So that's good news. Hurricane snack list is very appropriate. I like pepperoni and cheese. All right. Oh, look at the countdown town ran around. All right. So hurricane honey buns. That's good. All right. Well, hey, listen. So we'll be back on Wednesday for sure, and tracking the storms. Just stay alert today. We got a couple weird pockets to watch. We got a little break line there, but that's a large area. 37 million people are in a slight area risk. 58 million in a marginal. So 37 million of you are in yellow. 5 million are enhanced. Tomorrow's the day it could be a little tricky, though. We get more upper Gulf areas to watch. Scary a little bit, so we'll see. All right. Be good, y'all. As always, appreciate it. You guys rock. We got somebody from Jamaica. What's up, Ian? Jamaica. Cool. Well, we'll be talking about your neck of the woods. Do they have woods in Jamaica? They're just palm trees. All right, you missed all the fun. We're getting ready to sign off. So I got to do a highlight reel for Emily. She's like, "Where's my highlight reel from the weekend?" All right, be good, y'all. Be safe. Watch the weather. Keep your weather radios on. You never know when things can change. And we'll see y'all Wednesday. Hump day. Later.